Yo, what's going on guys, welcome back to a brand new Fortnite Battle Royale video here on my channel. So as of recently guys, there's been so many crazy changes happening with Fortnite, whether it's new updates implementing different things into the game, vaulting certain things, or even starting new events leading into the future season of Fortnite, being Fortnite Season 8. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at everything we know so far, whether it's been leaked, teased, or revealed in the game somehow, or even something happening live that we never picked up upon, and how that relates to the storyline, as well as everything to do with the Snowfall skin and ultimately his purpose, intent, and maybe even his identity, so make sure you're sticking around and watching the full video. By the end of today's video guys, you will thoroughly understand how Season 7 is going to end and how this Snowfall skin has ties to the storyline, and even where he's located in the map, because he's actually located somewhere within the Fortnite Battle Royale map right now, and I'm going to be showing you guys proof of this and also how everything links together. So the best place to get started in my opinion is to start where, you know, Season 7 started. The collision of the iceberg hitting the map and ultimately what this brought to the map in the first place that we did not know, because as you guys know, upon the collision of the iceberg with the map that we literally saw in the Season 7 trailer, it brought Polar Peak, a castle that's obviously, you know, been directly, completely engulfed besides the, you know, giant mast tower that we can see now as the highest point of Polar Peak sticking out at the top. That was visible and obviously you could go on top of that, but as time progressed we were revealed to more of the chambers of this castle and learned that it belonged to the Ice King. As you guys may or may not know, the most recent update for Fortnite Battle Royale brought one major map change that's going to be pinnacle to Season 7, being this giant frozen sphere above Polar Peak. This was actually leaked before it came to the game by data miners, and they actually said that the Ice King was inside, ultimately charging up for a big event to, you know, occur upon the charge being complete, kind of like we saw in Season 6 with the island or the cube charging up at several rune points, 7 of which were located around the map. However, this sphere doesn't seem to be moving, and we know through the weather warnings on the TV that their live event is going to be occurring tomorrow on January 19th at 7 PM GMT. So with these two things happening or being updated into the game simultaneously, these extreme weather warnings showcased on the TVs around the map, kind of like we see every season, a warning message upon before a live event happens, and also the Ice King being updated literally into the map, a skin from the Battle Pass, the Tier 100 skin, charging up and obviously preparing for something. Well, these two things obviously conclude the fact that the Ice King has intent to cover the whole Battle Royale map entirely in ice. Hence us being warned on the TVs about extreme weather conditions obviously sweeping, as it shows, you know, through the image across the entire Fortnite Battle Royale map from this frozen section, and who other than the Ice King would be able to pull this off, because, I mean, we can literally see him right now preparing for the big moment tomorrow, well, at the time of me recording the video anyways, on January 18th to happen tomorrow on January 19th at 7 PM GMT, like I stated before. This event, if you didn't know, is going to be called the Ice Storm event, because other challenges like, you know, the 14 Days of Fortnite challenge set, where we got 14 rewards for completing daily challenges within this set, is coming soon, and like I said, it's going to basically complement this event, hence the title of the challenges being the Ice Storm challenges. If you guys haven't been paying attention closely to the Battle Royale map when you choose where to land upon opening your map in the pre-game lobby, or when you're flying over the map in the battle bus, you will actually see the snow making its way into more normal areas of where the snow or ice wasn't usually, covering more of the Battle Royale map slowly day by day. Hence why you guys may not have noticed, because it's happening slowly, but if you compare two images side by side of when Season 7 started and where the snow is now in terms of, you know, engulfing the entire Fortnite Battle Royale map, there is a progression right there, as you can, you know, literally see. So with us picking out and predominantly noting that the Ice King is the evil villain or protagonist within this storyline, well, where's our hero? Because within every storyline or every season we've seen so far, in terms of, you know, characters that develop it, we've always seen two main protagonists going head to head, like the Omega and Carbide. Even though it was a movie set, we also, you know, saw them team up at the end and obviously, you know, fight the greater evil or try and stop it, being the blockbuster skin. Where is our hero now in this season of Season 7? The hero or the main guy going up against the good guy, should we say, you know, fighting the Ice King or trying to stop him from freezing the map, is the Snowfall skin. The reason we know this is because he is actually one of the kings that sat at the round table, 5 of which are sat there, hence the 5 seats and the 5 symbols. As you guys can see, each symbol on the table matches up to each seat, you know, directly allocated near it, and they represent what type of king that person or particular king was that sat at that specific seat. seat, being the Ice King, you know, at the head of the table, the king of the castle, and then we obviously have other elemental kings such as fire, you know, ground or earth, sky, and many other things like that. However, you can see for the symbol of fire, the chair is kicked over almost like he basically just had a disagreement and thought, you know what, I don't want to do this anymore, or, you know, maybe perhaps he was locked away in the bottom chambers of this castle. Well, that literally hits the nail on the head, because, I mean, it would only make sense the Snowfall skin being the Fire King coming to the game to prevent the Ice King from ultimately freezing the map, because if he's fire, that's a counter to ice, and also he is actually a prisoner in this castle in the snow that hasn't melted yet. If you can see at the bottom layers of the castle, there is a leak that basically found chains linked to a character's arm that's almost basically like, you know, trapping him at the bottom of the castle in a kind of chamber or dungeon that's engulfed entirely by the Ice King's doing, freezing him in ice. In the codename, we always get a very subtle hint towards what the intent or the purpose of implementing this mystery skin will be in the Fortnite storyline. Like we saw with the hunting party skin, obviously it was a hunting party full of aim skin robots, but we didn't know that the aim skin was the aim skin back then, we just referred to it as hunting party. So with reference to the Snowfall skin now just as Snowfall, not an actual revealed name for the skin upon unlocking it, we can dig into this name and through inference we can ultimately determine that the Snow Kingdom will fall, I think is what Epic Games are trying to imply here, from the Ice King ultimately trying to create his perfect kingdom, the Snowfall Kingdom or the Ice Kingdom, and that it will fall due to this skin that obviously has the codename, ironically, of the Snowfall skin being the Fire King. So how do we know that this particular, you know, elemental king that's frozen is the Fire King? Well, if you look at the symbol on the table, it almost looks like an ember or a symbol of a flame, you know, like in the particular style that they're going with here, with these kind of engravings and these symbols on the table. And also data miners, if I can find an image I'll put it on screen, but they managed to grab basically, you know, context on the fact that the same symbol on the table here, the flame or the ember, is also the same symbol on the prisoner trapped within the ice, obviously, you know, basically in the centre of Polar Peak's castle, directly underneath it, next to where the dragon eggs are, next to where all these bottom chambers are, and in this big block of ice that we cannot see in or enter or even like destroy is where this prisoner is located. Also, I'm guessing you guys came to the same conclusion as me, where, you know, you understood that the only threat to the Ice King in the development of his kingdom that he wishes to, you know, develop completely in ice, being the Fortnite Battle Royale map, would be fire, because that's the counter to ice in terms of, you know, general physics. Also, many people are speculating, just a little bit off topic, you know, to do with the dragon eggs, because I know a lot of people are asking me to cover them, that these 5 kings that sat at the round table, the elemental kings, had their own allocated elemental dragons that they rid, because there's only 5 eggs in the bottom chambers of where we can see visibly now the dragon eggs that have been revealed upon the ice melting, and that obviously correlates to the number of seats or kings sat at this round table. We do not know when they're going to be hatching though, or if they're going to be playing a predominant part in the development of the Season 7 map or storyline leading into Season 8, but we'll just have to wait and see. Well, if we look at the game's files, we can determine that zombies will be coming back to Fortnite, but in a different form this time, because if you guys didn't know, the aim skin showcased in one of the loading screens in Season 6 brought the Ice King a cube fragment to basically summon the zombies. That's why they stopped spawning in Season 6 towards the end, and that's why he's charging in this fair now to raise these ice zombies to ultimately engulf the map in ice and create ice over the map so they can cover more ground, as an army almost. So we will be seeing a reappearance of zombies, but they will look like this, because I mean this was what was leaked in the game's files aesthetically, to show these zombies in an ice form commanded by the Ice King to basically freeze the entire map. So we may see different LTMs to Team Terror like we saw in Season 6, however this time we have to fight, you know, these ice zombies instead of the normal zombies, as well as another kind of team of 50 or 30. Another small bit of proof that you guys will be able to conclude from today's video that the Snowfall skin is in the Battle Royale map right now and came upon the collision of the iceberg being frozen underneath it at the bottom of Polar Peak is the fact that we've seen a skin for the first time literally in the Battle Royale map, being the Ice King charging, obviously because people can use and wear this skin for getting to tier 100 in Season 7, so that means that we can see other skins as characters implemented in the map to showcase, you know, development in terms of events that are occurring, why they're occurring, and ultimately why the storyline or how it's progressing into a particular direction. It is a first for Fortnite that we see a skin, a protagonist in the map, largely contributing, you know, map changes and events occurring within the storyline. We saw the Blockbuster skin appear in the Week 7 loading screen of Season 4 out of this capsule, in the Dusty Divot area upon the meteor collision, but we did not see this within the game. Again, we saw the aim skin come to the map in the week 6 loading screens, but we did not see him literally in game when we were playing. But now we can see the Ice King above Polar Peak in this sphere when we are playing the game, so it's definitely a first for Fortnite, and I'm really excited to see the events leading up into and starting Season 8. Let me know if you guys are hyped too in the comment section down below, and that concludes everything we've got to mention in today's video. So if you enjoyed today's video, or if it explained a lot of things that you perhaps were confused about, then make sure you're dropping a like in the video down below, or if you generally want to support me, make sure you're also doing that too. Also subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, because we're making so many videos about the storyline and the development into Season 8 on the channel, and more is to come in the near future. Hopefully I can see you guys sticking around on the channel by subscribing in that case, and with that being said, I'm out. Thank you all for watching one more time, and peace.